Welcome back to Mr. Orth's Flip Classroom for Grammar, looking at ellipses and italics. Ellipses are where you have a series of 3 periods in a row or 4 periods in a row. These indicate omitted words or an idea that trails off. Remember, do not add a space either before or after an ellipsis. The periods go right next to the actual letter. If you're going to continue a sentence, then continue on with no space the other way. If your computer auto-formats that, then you don't need to overcorrect it, but also don't put a space in between each period. Now, how to tell the difference. Use 3 periods in the middle of a sentence with a space after the last word. So in terms of this, you have 3 periods if there's more words that keep going. All right? If you use 4 periods, if you're ending the sentence, meaning you have ellipses and it trails off to a finish. Basically, you're adding the 4th period right there in the sentence. That one ends the sentence. Otherwise, 3 periods continue to keep going. Again, the example you see here, it looks like there's a space only because the computer auto-formats that. You don't actually add the space in yourself. Don't just add a space after the last word, but do add a space after the period at the end of the sentence. So you don't have a space here, but you have a space here after the period ending it because that actually concludes the sentence just as a normal period would do. For italics. We use italics to set off letters or words that are used as letters or words. So when we talk about the number of A's on your report card, then you actually might want to use the A apostrophe, I italicized A and then apostrophe S. We're talking about a word kind of as a word, meaning definitions, context, that sort of thing. Then we might throw something in like, do you know what the word self-deprecation means? Self-deprecation here is a word, we're talking about it as the word itself, not in describing someone or something. Or how many B's you got in your last report card. We also use italics for foreign words and phrases. So if we're going to just use the word au revoir in French, then we might put that in italics. Commonly used words in this language, for example, we're talking about Mexican food. In English, wouldn't necessarily need to be italicized because it's commonly understood. Also, the other thing that's italicized can be titles of longer works, things that are published by themselves, especially when they're typed. If you do those titles of things, if you're handwriting it, you would underline it, but when you type those titles, you italicize those. So, for example, did they say au revoir at the end of Romeo and Juliet? Romeo and Juliet is a title in italics, au revoir being a term in the language. All right, not too complicated, but make sure you check on it as you're doing the practice exercises. Since you won't be able to italicize things, underline those things to indicate they're italicized. Good hunting.